Hey guys, it's VS here again, and welcome to my Resistance Light Machine Gun M.O.A.B. This is a kind of a twosies game. This is the second M.O.A.B. I've gotten on Resistance, and the, I believe, second LMG M.O.A.B. I've gotten. I actually just got it today, and I was using the L86 LSW, and I gotta say, it's not really a bad light machine gun. But for a few things on the game first, and then I have a little bit of a personal story that happened today. It's really weird, but I'll get to that in a second. Anyway, yeah, so I was playing with somebody that I met yesterday, and I was playing on a mission, and he was running support for one of his buddies, I believe, and I was trying to go for a M.O.A.B. just because, you know, it's fun. And I was using the CM901 and Specialist, and he ended up getting a support M.O.A.B., and I got my M.O.A.B., and I told him that if they added me, then I'd help run support sometime for his buddy that he was originally running support for. So we added each other and all that, and we played together today, and he was going for support M.O.A.B. pretty much the whole time we were playing. I kind of went back and forth between support and Specialist, but on this game you can see I'm using Specialist with my LMG, and yeah, so what I was doing here is I gotta say I wasn't asking him for support. Like I said, he was going for support M.O.A.B., and I think he was using the same setup I use, which is UAV and ballistic vest, because he was just, man, he's throwing them out like nothing else. But yeah, I wasn't asking him for support, and so I just want you guys to know that, because you guys know my stand on support. I don't ask anybody to do it, but I definitely will use it if somebody's else's unit for fun or whatever reason they're using it. If you ever play with me, I will not ask you to use support ever, and yeah, you can hold my word to that. I'm definitely trying to stay support free for my whole time on YouTube. Anyway, this game is kind of, I feel bad because for whatever reason the theater mode, it didn't save the last 1 or 2 kills, and as you can see at the end, it gets really laggy. And I checked the online vault, and it wouldn't bring up the last 2 kills or whatever, because I believe there's a host change, and there's actually a host change. You probably already seen it, but there's 2 host changes throughout the game, and the second one messed me up, and so yeah, it erased the last 2 kills or whatever. But I'm going to ask one guy I was playing with here, and you'll see him, he keeps throwing out ballistic vest, so you'll see his name, but I'll ask him if there's any way he can put it in his online vault or something like that, and I'll try and if he has it, because he might not have it either, but I'll try to put that, I'll ask him if he can put it in his vault, and I'll try and record those last 2 kills and maybe stick it on the end of another game, which reminds me I have a little bonus clip at the end of this game. It's a little funny ninja defuse. I love ninja defuse. The only time I don't is when somebody on the enemy team does it to me. But they're a lot of fun to watch, and they're a lot of fun to do if you can execute it correctly, or do it correctly, or whatever. You know, it's just a lot of fun. So yeah. Anyway, back onto the gameplay. What was I talking about? I can't remember where I was at. So I will just move on to the story. It was really weird. I was in Kroger earlier today, picking up some stuff from my mom, and this guy walks up to me in a leather jacket, and he's like, do you have cash? Because are you paying with cash? Because I need smokes, and all I have is my card. I think he was like, I don't quite understand. He was talking really quiet, so I didn't know what he was saying, and like I didn't catch all the stuff he said, but he said something like, are you guys paying with cash because I need smokes? And I said, yeah, but what kind do you want? I can just pick them up for you. And he ended up saying that he needed a phone card too, so I don't know. In the end, well, I guess I'll just get to it in a second, but he was like, yeah, you know, whatever, he said, what was it? If I paid the cash, or if I gave him cash or whatever, then he would pay for all the groceries and everything I got, and it'd be like half off or something like that. And I was like, yeah, whatever, I guess I don't really care. And he's like, alright, well, I gotta go over here. I'm assuming he was talking to somebody else, trying to get more money, but he went over to the other side of the store for a little bit, and then he came back and found us, and we kind of talked for a second, and he kept going on about how he needed money for his phone card and cigarettes. And one of the other ladies, she's like, one of the ladies in the store, she kind of, or she talks to us, she talks to him, and she like was walking by, and she's like, "You're not trying to do the same thing you did to me, are you?" And he's like, it's like, no. He's just like, don't worry about it. And yeah, and then she kind of walked on, and we talked a little bit more. I'm like, well, you know what? How much is a phone card? Like 20? He's like, yeah, that's probably about it. And like, you know what? Just here's 20, and don't worry about paying for our stuff or whatever. And he's like, oh, cool, man, thanks. And it's like, so yeah, that's basically, that's not word for word or anything, but it's basically what happened. And then my little brother, who I was with, said that he went over and talked to somebody else. So he was probably just trying to get as much money as he could and do it. I don't know. I don't think that smokes and his phone card were all he's needing. I'm hoping he wasn't going for drugs, but it's probably, I'm assuming, because he had a leather coat, and I think he said something about food stamps, which means he was on government support or whatever, you know. And yeah, so I don't think that's really what he was asking for, what he was telling us he wanted. So yeah, it was a really weird thing happen. I've never really had anything like that happen to me before. And frankly, I don't really want it to happen again. I don't mind helping people out, but it was just kind of weird, and kind of had a weird feeling for a little bit after. But that about wraps up for that story. I hope you guys liked it, and I don't know, if you guys want to hear more stories like that of things that have happened to me, then I'll try and come up with some more good ones to tell you guys. And yeah, they're kind of interesting, that's all. But I think this game's wrapping up. You'll see the really weird lag thing right here. Look at this. I'm like, it takes me backwards. It's the weirdest thing. I've never seen this anywhere. But it's like, look at that. But that means that this game is wrapping up. That's the end. That's where the theater mode or the online vault cut off, and theater mode or whatever. I didn't have it in my theater, but I was recording it in the one thing. And so yeah, so onto the bonus clip, you'll see a little ninja defuse. And while that's going, I'd like to quickly ask, if you liked the video, then definitely hit the like button, and if you didn't, dislike it, and I am out.